Hey, I am here at one of my camp spots where am I at? Keyesville, one of my spots. And my first time here. I'm really enjoying it. This is going to be a part 2 as far as Keyesville because I'm here for Keyesville Classic. It is a mountain bike race. Been trying to get here since forever, and you know, life always get in the way, so I finally made it. But I'm here early because I have a few things to do and want to secure a good spot and chill. So today is not really a chill day. It's more of a maintenance, should I say. That's basically what I'm doing, is maintenance on the van, because your house is always moving, bumping and jumping, and stuff is always coming loose. So I'm going to take this day to do some light repairs, which is yesterday on the way up here, my van, it's lifted because it used to be a wheelchair van. Had a wheelchair lift in the back. That was the first thing that had to go. And so it's lifted. But it's not exactly a 4x4. And I drive it like it is. Because, of course, I put off-road tires on there and a little bit bigger than required. So this thing rides beautifully and smooth in the dirt. Oh, all that bumping and a jumping. Love it. But at the time, I didn't have cabinets. My cabinets is not the problem. It's a shelf that I put up. Put in some cabinets a couple of videos back. You can search that out. And I love it. Cabinets is beautiful. I got this off of Amazon. Here's all my spices that I just bought. And riding and bumping and jumping. I'll insert a picture. It might be a little dark right there. I'll insert a picture what it looked like once I arrived last night at this spot. This isn't my final spot. I got here when the sun was going down. I really couldn't see, so I just found a temporary spot for now, but I'm kind of liking it. So I need to fix that right there. So let me turn this light on right here, give it a little light, a little bit better. When I got here last night, this was hanging like that. That's how it was hanging. Everything was on the floor. And when I put it up on the screws. It's a little bit loose. You can see the screw is holding it on that side. So I put it in there like that. One, it's a little crooked. I'm not cool with that. And then two, I got to thinking, when they put cabinets in the houses and everything, or homes, apartments, whatever, they butt them up side by side. They actually put a screw in there to connect it. So that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to get this nice and even. And let's go inside. This is life. This is what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to screw it through here. 2 screws, one in the back, one right here. And screw that in there, butt it up against that. So that'll be secure. That's one thing. 2, this door right here, I just noticed just this morning this screw is missing. Right there. And this is like coming loose, but you see this gap right in there? I measured it. Mistake, probably on my fault. I think this door goes there and that door goes here. I think, because it's not sitting right. But most importantly, and this has been going on over a period of time. I had the van, 3 years now? Rolling 3 years? 1 year full time. That's next week's video. It'd be a whole year on the 14th. Ha! Anyway, as you can see, this is my sink. underneath my sink. Take this out. This is a pressed wood, and you can see it's bowed. So when it gets wet over the period of time, so now this drawer, you can see it don't open. Because this, I took it out, I thought it was the drawer itself. But taking a good look at it, this here is pressing up against the rails right there, and it won't allow it to open. So when I finish the shelf, I already cut a piece of wood, and I have some L brackets I'm put on there. I'm just gonna drop a piece of wood on there. So earlier in the week, I already cut that. So this, I'm gonna cut it out to maybe about 1/2 inch. Leave this lip for aesthetic. So that's project number 2. Number 3, switch these cabinets around. And number 4, this is, man. All right. Have my television up. It works beautifully. No problem. But it's butted up against, might not be able to see it, butted up against the wall there. And it makes the connections really tight up against the wall. And as soon as I put it up, my fire stick works. Not a problem. But I ride around, don't even have to be bumpy. Ride around, bump and jump. Next time I want to go turn it on, use my fire stick. No. So it dawned on me. What I can do is cut where the connections is, cut a little square down up in there like that. So when I put the television up, the connections can go behind this wall a little bit, and therefore there's no pressure on the connections, and hopefully it'll take. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 things that I need to do on the inside of the van. So that's today's project. I'll get back to you when it's done. Be back in a minute. Well, I should have followed, turn this light on. I should have followed my first mind and put a screw through the cabinet into this, because you can see there's no gap. It's butted up, and this is secure. Should have did that in the first place. I was just lazy. But I didn't have a strong enough small enough drill bit, because it broke prior and I never replaced it. So I used this self-tapping screw into the wood because it's soft. So I used that in the place of a drill to do a starter hole, and put that in there. So I'm gonna put this second one in there like that. It's already secure with one, but I'm gonna do 2. And then touch up the paint, because you can see this came loose a little bit. It's not coming out, but it's loose. So I'm gonna paint it because it's bothering the hell out of me. And that's that. So we're gonna go ahead, take this, put it on the lock position, and that's in there. Don't want to strip it. That's flush. This ain't going nowhere. So, put this back up in my cabinet. This is what this cabinet looked like. My coffee. It's not the brand, just the can. There we go. There it is, people. So I'm going to go ahead and touch that up. Touch that little spot up right there. But that's that. So project number 1 complete. I got this piece of wood, scrap wood from the Home Depot. Got it out of their scrap pile. It's real wood. It's not pressed wood. I believe it's the same type of wood the cabinets is made from. I don't know. Can't complain. Why? Because free is good. Had the guy cut it down for me. So I cut it. I measured the cabinet out, the depth that I wanted and the width. And it ended up with that. I did that a couple of days ago. I just wasn't in the mood to cut this. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I have my portable battery. And we're going to power up my little cutter thingy. And that on. And then turn this on. This powers up all of that. This just turns it power on. So we hear it. And it is going. And that gives power to that. So put this up in here, get this out of the way so I don't accidentally cut it. Put it on the other side there. So I don't accidentally cut that, and we don't want to cut that red cord because that is to, I believe that is to my heater. I believe that's to my heater. Yep. To the heater, which is right there, but it's not plugged up to the battery. Why steal juice when it's 1,000 degrees outside and you got something sucking for your battery? So I just disconnected it at the heater, not off the batteries. Stick on top it. Let's go ahead. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to add my L brackets. Put them on there right there. Drop this on there. And it should be a done deal. I'll get back to you in a minute. Well, we cut it. We got it cut. And I had to sweep up all this sawdust right here. I'm going to go ahead and sweep that up and put that in my cute little dustpan. But reaching underneath here, there's a little screw. There's a screw there. And there's a screw back there. So I'm going to reach in there, unscrew that. And then this should come out. Right there. Right there. All right. So, this always been rubbing up against that. I didn't trip on that too much because it kind of kept it close. So we're good with that. Oy. And this is really snug. I cut it so it'll fit nice and tight. So it's loose on this side, and then I can tap it in. And it will be, I think it'll be okay. Put that right in there, like that. I'm feeling it. All right. Okay. So we're good with that. I'll just put the edge of the L bracket up against that, so we know that as far down as it'll go. Sweet. I got this in here nice and snug. It's tight. It won't even go down on this end, so I'm gonna go ahead, screw it in there, screw this to that. You know me being anal, I'd rather for it to be flush, but I can't get it down up in there. So I'm going to screw this to that because I don't want to drive and hear that. So once I get these 4 screwed in there, screw that in there like that, and we're done. Cabinet is a wrap. Be back when it's all completed. Alrighty, well, it is complete. This is done. You can see the space underneath there. Took care of that. This one here, I moved this hinge out a little bit. You see the space from the hinge? So it can sit flush on that. And actually, it's much better. It's much better. So I'm satisfied with it. Gives it the space down here so it's not rubbing. I'm satisfied with it. On to the television. I need to fix that, so we'll get to that in a second. Be back in a minute. Well, on to project number 4 for the day. It's pretty secure, but it's butt up against that. The connections in the back, I think, is pressed up too tight to where sometimes it don't get that connection. So what I'm going to do is cut a square at the bottom so it can fit flush and the connections can stick out in the back. So what I'm going to do is, where's my marker? Take this marker and I'm gonna mark. You see the connections, this right here, this white one is for the antenna. This right here is my fire stick. And there's 3 that is like this USB right there is tight, 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 tight. And especially the antenna is really tight. You can see how it's butt up against there. So I'm going to mark this right here. Mark that to about over right here at the edge of the fire stick. Right in there. I'm just marking it on there. I'm not cutting it there, but where I want to take the mark to go up a little ways. So take the, hold on. After marking that, and that's one reason why I unmake my bed, because of projects like this and all the dust and everything all over my sheets. I don't like it. So back up in here. Let me get my flashlight. This light right in here, if you could see it, back up in there. I got a very long screwdriver. This right in here goes up in there, and it's just 1 screw on each side. I'll show you that in a second. But let me mark the wall, take the television down, and then mark the wall. I'll get back to you shortly. Be back in a minute. Finally got it off. This is what's holding it up. It sits on there and press on there. There's these screws, got those brackets in the back that open up wide. So it's opened up to about right there. So it holds up quite well, but the indentation is deep. This is the antenna. This is the fire stick. Right in here. So I'm going to cut a square right there so this can sit back there comfortably. So I got my power station. And I got my trusty cutter. So that's what I am going to do. Plug this in there. Turn that on. Hit this button. Turn that on. And then, yep, I'm gonna start about right there. So go from here to about right here and maybe up there. So let me cut this. I'll get back to you when I'm finished. Be back in a sec. Let me take this right in there. And got that. And this, it's what's looking like behind door number 2. All my wiring and stuff. But we're good. So now all I have to do is put this back up there and the fittings won't be so snug and tight. Freaking awesome. Be back in a second. Well, it's back up. It's sitting in there nicely. I need to put some shims or something in the back because it's wobbly now from side to side. So I need to put something in the back to firm it up. But the connections going through the hole, so therefore that's not pressed. So let's see if the fire stick, if it works. Well, not if it works. It works. But when I drive and then I come back to turn it on, then it says there's no connection. So let's go ahead and use my portable battery. This is to the fire stick. And go there. Turn that on. And turn on the television. Turn the light out. Turn the TV on. And see, no HDMI. Up fire stick. Yay! But I have to go for a drive because the fire stick worked like I said. So hopefully it was just because it was so compressed up against the wall. It was messing with the connection. So that's that. Fire stick works. All 4 jobs is completed. See, my bed is a mess. I do have make up my bed. I just want you to know that. But right now, this is a mess. But everything is completed. The television, cut the hole in the back so the connections can go through. My shelf is up, screwed into that cabinet, so it's definitely secure. Those are back on there, and basically all I needed to do was adjust the hinge. That was it. Pretty much just adjust the hinge and we're good. So that's done for today. That's done for today. So waiting for my fire stick to get up together. And I might kick back and watch me some movies. Yep, I think I just might. So today's project is complete. Thanks for watching. I'll get with you next time. Have a good day. Peace.